So Anthony Yarde has beaten Vilcans via unanimous decision in a pretty lackluster performance. And Anthony Yarde admitted this straight after the fight as well. And the thing that probably let him down in the end was it was just going right for the finish after dropping Vilcans in the very first 10 seconds of the first round. And that's kind of what let Yarde a bit down because he was fully going for it and, loading up too much on his shots, telegraphing quite a bit as well. And Yarde kind of let himself down a bit there, in my opinion, and just got a bit too over-eager in the end and a bit too overexcited and was walking into a few stupid shots at times, which, you don't want to be getting caught with by some guys at that real top elite level, when you're trying to fight for world titles. That's the thing. And, Yarde just got a bit too complacent at times. Definitely won the fight. I thought Vilcans was done a bit dirty by just the referee judging, though, by only giving him 2 rounds. I thought Vilcans at least got 3. Could he have got 4? I don't know. But Yarde definitely won the fight, 100% though. Yarde, I thought boxed well in the 9th and 10th, but other than that, he was just going for it too much, loading up big shots and just getting caught a lot. I mean, Vilcans never really hurt Yarde, but I think Yarde was caught off guard by the unpredictability of Vilcans, and Yarde wasn't expecting Vilcans to be as smart as what he was and be as calculated as what he was. So that definitely kind of caught Anthony Yarde off guard a bit. And I think, it's very clear to see from Anthony Yarde after the fight, he knew he should be getting Ralfs Vilcans out of that 100%. But he wasn't able to do that. But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, though, people saying, oh, yeah, Anthony Yarde just had to get the cobwebs out, and that's why he looked pretty off it tonight. But at the end of the day, the guy has fought this year. He fought in February this year. It's not like he's been out for over a year. He has fought this year. So, with the whole cobwebs thing, I find it all a bit strange. I mean, he's fought 3 times in like the last year. So I don't get, what people are going on about, like shrugging off the cobwebs. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. He has fought in Feb. I mean, yes, it was earlier this year, but I mean, it's not too inactive anyway, though. And, still, Anthony Yarde should be knocking this guy out. He was loading up on his shots too much at times and just walking into shots, got too carried away with himself and, gave up some rounds and just got hit too much. Like, yes, it's boxing, you're going to get hit, but Yarde got, hit too much off guard and caught off guard. And that can't be happening fighting at, the real good top level. But, at the end of the day, Yarde won. But he just neglected the jab a lot in that fight, though. That's the thing. When Yarde was behind the jab and wasn't looking for the knockout in those last 2 rounds, he was looking decent, and he should have fought like that for the whole fight. Should have just stayed more calculated. Should have just stayed more patient and waited for it to come. Because I feel like if he did that, he could have got the knockout, and at least would have looked good in victory anyway. Even if he didn't, he would have boxed well and got some rounds in anyway. Got more experience in before before fighting again at that world level against someone like Joshua Buatsi. That's the thing. But no, he just. I think Yarde he's done wrong, and and it was very clear to see at the end as well. He said, I must be on my game in order to be able to beat Joshua Buatsi, and that's true because he wasn't on his game tonight at all. But I still think Anthony Yarde can beat Joshua Buatsi. Definitely, he can win the fight, but. Buatsi's a good counterpuncher, and Vilcans was really catching Yarde with some good counters today. But I thought Yarde's body work was pretty good. His hooks to the body were good, and they can really drain you out. And, Yarde's power is something that you really do need to worry about. And that's something that Joshua Buatsi's going to respect from the off. But Vilcans was a real tough man to crack today. He was. A fair play to him. But, what Yarde did well today is, I said, good body work, but he neglected the jab a lot for like 8 rounds. That's the thing. And Yarde just wasn't setting up his shots well enough behind the lead hand. But, the thumping shots from Yarde are very good, and they can really gain your respect. And very clearly, Yarde was the the harder hitter, and the more skillful guy. Like, Yarde was the more skillful guy in there, obviously. But, the only reason he's getting more criticism is because he should be blasting that guy out of there or boxing better than what he did. Because Yarde didn't really look overly sharp today. And, yeah, that's what let him down. He just wasn't sharp enough and just didn't stay calculated enough. He wasn't clever enough in there as well. And at times in the fight, got outsmarted. And that can't be happening. I can't break my words out. It can't be. It can't be happening against someone like Joshua Boatsi, because he is someone who is calculated, who can box well, and does think. And that's the thing with Joshua Boatsi, is that he thinks a lot about his next moves. Yarde at times doesn't really think too much. But again, though, there's that unpredictability in Yarde with his explosiveness. And Yarde is always going to be the stronger man in there. Yarde is going to be stronger than Boatsi. Yarde was very clearly stronger today. He was the stronger man than Vilcans. And that's something that is in Anthony Yarde's favor. He can really rough you up against the ropes. He's good in the clinches, can land the odd, sneaky shots in up close. And yeah, that's the thing with Anthony Yarde. But yeah, I think Yarde can beat Boatsi. Would you favour him? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll speak to you on the next.